Let's talk about living while fat and also having a disability. I am in a bigger body. I am about 440 pounds. I am also a wheelchair user, and I would say one of the biggest challenges that I face being a fat disabled person is probably access needs to medical care, to places in the community. Those are huge things that huge barriers that I've run into as being in a bigger body. While things are progressing, medical equipment that is needed, like certain tables that I have to be on, I can't physically get up on them. And there was a long time where they didn't have tables available to help me, such as going to the gynecologist. There was, I think, a good 4 years where I didn't get an exam because they didn't have a table that could accommodate me, that I could get up on by myself without assistance. And even the assistance that they tried to help me with, it didn't work, and it caused me a lot more pain than not. And I'm not just talking about that medical equipment. There is, a bunch of other medical equipment, such as MRI machines that I've needed an MRI and I still haven't been able to get it because their machines can't accommodate me. Why aren't medical why isn't medical equipment designed for everybody? Why do we as fat people not get the same attention and medical care that someone in a straight size body needs? It doesn't make sense. Make it math, because the math doesn't work. It becomes challenging and painful for us to get our needs met, and it's very, very unfortunate. I would say another thing, living in a disabled body, in a fat disabled body, I have to go to a different city and sometimes a different state to get someone, to a medical care provider, to listen to me and to accommodate my needs. I have to, for example, I see a dentist. I have to go to a dentist that is 2 hours away from where I live, just so I can get my teeth worked on properly, that I have a place that will accommodate me, accommodate my needs. But I have to travel 2 hours just to get my teeth cleaned, cavities filled, what have you. That's not okay. I get unhealthful suggestions all the time, such as weight loss surgery, and I absolutely will not get weight loss surgery. There are too many risks. There are more risks than there are not risks. I've had family members get surgery and their lives have been completely ruined because of bariatric surgery. So that's a route that I will never take for myself, but it keeps getting offered to me, while life-saving procedures that will improve my life are getting denied. I have a growth that I need to be removed, and I have been to several different surgeons, and I have been told no, not until you get down to a certain pound. They want my BMI to 40 or lower. That would put me at 230 pounds, and their only suggestion is bariatric surgery. That's not going to work for me. I'm not going to do that. But I would love the surgery to improve my life so I can get to a place where I'm mobile again. Speaking of mobility, access to mobility aids, that's a huge one. It took me so long to get the mobility aid that I needed, which is a power wheelchair. And when I needed to borrow one while mine was being fixed or I was getting a new one, they didn't have anything for me. So I was stuck in either a much bigger chair that didn't go through doors at all, which that's not going to work. I have a lot of doctor's appointments and I have to be able to get in and out of my apartment. Or they had the chair that was too small for me, which caused a lot of pain and discomfort. And I ended up being in that chair for 6 to 8 months waiting for my new chair. That's a really long time to be in an uncomfortable position when they had plenty of other chairs for straight size bodies to use as to borrow while their chair was getting fixed or they were getting a new one. So it's very unfortunate, and that's a need that needs to be met too. Overall, I will say, as a fat disabled person, a fat person in general, our bodily autonomy is stripped from us. We're not allowed to say that we understand the risks of procedures and stuff, but we'll do it anyway. That is taken away from us, and we are told no. We don't have the option to say, I accept those risks and I'm going to go through the procedure. We lose our bodily autonomy.